So I understand that some of these videos may be moving quickly. Again, feel free always to pause the video to ask your teacher if you need any additional support. Okay? So the next thing that we want to go check off our checklist, if we go back to our checklist, we've seen that we've filtered data, we've used the sum function. We now want to use the average function. So to take the average is to find the middle, if we added all the pieces up, what's the mean, what's the average, what number do all of these numbers sort of centralize around? It's one of the three measures of central tendency. So again, I'm going to show you several different ways in order to do this, and you can pick the one and choose the one that makes the most sense for you. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to find the average of these two cells. Okay? Keep in mind, we could also find the average of all of these cells, and in one of your assignments, to show that you know how to use Excel, you're going to have to do that too. So let's go ahead and talk about how we can do it. When we start a function, any function, we type in equals. We're going to go ahead and put the word average. Notice it already pops up because it's one of the most popular ones that people use. To start any sort of cell, as we go ahead and we put the parentheses around it. Let's go ahead and highlight the two cells that we want to do the average of. So we want to choose these two. So we click and drag over those two cells. Notice in our bar it's saying, I want to take the average of all of the cells, that's what that little colon means, all of the cells from R5 to S5. When we are finished, notice it also gives us a little bit of a hint of how we're supposed to do it here. When we're finished, we go ahead and we put the parentheses and we hit enter. And we check, is 500 the middle value between these two if we add them up and divide it by 2? Yes, it is. So the first way you can do it is by typing equals, average, and then picking the cells in between which you would like to take the average. The second way that we can get the average is, again, by using this, this function tool up here. So we can highlight the cells that we want to take the average of. Notice I'm only doing 2, but I could do plenty more. And we need to have an open box for it to fall into. So we've highlighted the cells that we want and we've put an open box. We're going to go ahead and hit the button here. Instead of hitting just sum, we're going to click the little triangle and then choose average. So highlight, leave an open cell, average. Last but not least, just like we did with the sum function, we can also do with the average function. So we can click, again, this is giving me the equation, the formula, the function that's in here, not the value. We can copy it. We can click on all the other cells that we want this to happen to. Drag it down. And we're going to go ahead and paste. So again, our command is Command V to paste. And there we go. And I hit escape in order to get out of the choice. So what we want you to do is we want you to have the averages for 3 years. Go ahead and find the, let's make that a different color to just represent that it's a different feature. The averages. So we need you to get the averages for the year 2000, 1999, and 1998. You must find the average of the scores. This is important. You will not be able to move on to the creation of graphs and charts without having the averages here.